Yes, time is limited, it is a resource, and effective management of this time is a very big problem. So if you have this limited time, what other things represent in your life? But definitely it's not urgent for you to always stay in touch with your friends. Hello students, welcome to PW OnlyIAS. I'm your mentor Siddharth Shishodia, and I am going to discuss with you a very important question which each one of you feels that, sir, it is so much difficult for us to how to effectively manage our time. Yes, time is limited, it is a resource, we all know this, and effective management of this time is a very big problem, particularly for the students who are UPSC aspirants. So students, let's relate it with some theories. I have come down with some theories which can help you actually that how effectively you can manage your time. But let us take this illustration first. So if I take a jar and this jar is empty, let us suppose, and this represents time. So in your life, you have, let us suppose, for your preparation, during your preparation you have limited time, a limited time of maybe for someone it is 1 year, maybe for someone it is 2 years. So if you have this limited time, what other things represent in your life? The other things like rocks, they represent the most important task. It represents the most important task. They actually just a moment, they represent the most important tasks. So actually these important tasks, these rocks are like what are your priorities, right? During the preparation, definitely you have so many books to learn, revise your subjects, attend the classes, these are your priorities. But then on the other hand, let us take an illustration of pebbles, right? So pebbles represent these small stones. Pebble means these are stones which are very small. So these pebbles, let us suppose, they represent important tasks again, but these tasks are not urgent. However, yes, they do play an important role in your life, right? I do agree. I will take the examples as well. And lastly, sand. Let's take a representation of sand, and sand is signifying here, representing here as leisure time. Let's represent it as a, let's take it as an illustration for the leisure. Leisure things are your priority as an aspirant. You are a UPSC aspirant. Is it your priority? No, priority is your subjects. So definitely rocks are your subjects. Some things which are important but not urgent at all right now. Let's take examples of some festivals. Let's take examples of some other things in your life. Friends, they are important. Family is important. I do agree. But definitely it's not urgent for you to always stay in touch with your friends. Or if you are preparing for this exam, you are away from your home, you're preparing in your other town, you're preparing for this exam away from your family. Yes, family plays an important, but you are away from your family for your preparation, right? So you just take this illustration like this. Then sand is leisure, so definitely these things are not important right now, and we can also take them as distractions of your life. So ultimately students, leisure is important, but if this becomes your priority, and let us take step by step, one by one, if leisure becomes your priority, if distractions becomes your priority, and you fill this particular jar, your time, with sand, then will you be able to accommodate rocks or pebbles in your life? No. In the life representing a jar, will it be possible for you? Certainly not. So we have to stick to the process. We have to stick to our priorities. If you put your rocks at the first, if you put these rocks in this jar first, then these particular rocks will be filling the jar, but still there will be spaces in between which can be filled with pebbles, and later if possibility is there, you can even fill the sand in betweens. So what is the crux? What is the ultimate learning out of this? What is the ultimate learning out of this particular illustration, students? That if you want to manage your time effectively, you have to start with your most important task. You have to start with your most important task of the day. So you should start your day with the most important task which you feel is priority for you. This can be the class, attending your classes, definitely. If your classes are in evening, then definitely you will be having some content, you will be having some things which are for revision. So revision part is there. Sometimes we even feel that there are certain areas of the syllabus, certain topics of the syllabus which we feel they are difficult. So in my opinion, whatever things you feel are the most important things for you, you should start your day with that particular topic. That should be a priority. Then let us take the examples of subjects. Subjects should be a priority or optional. Optional. If you are still lagging, if you are not still prepared in context to your optional subject, prepare it first. 500 marks, it carries 500 marks, prepare it first, right? So that should be your most important task. Then secondly, let's talk about pebbles, है ना? Pebbles का illustration लिया था हमने, so we just took the illustrations of pebbles. Let us take example of pebbles. So with respect to pebbles, these tasks are important, but they are, let us suppose right now they are not urgent anymore. They are important but not urgent. For example, you can think of the family, friends, festivals, you can attend them, but your task, important task first, on the very first hand, that should be very much important for you. You should finish it first, then move to the other things, students, right? And let us take example of newspaper. You have to study your newspaper every day. If you have to study your newspaper, students, then you have to decide what is the exact, which out of 24 hours, what is the exact moment of the day where you will be, when you will be sitting and reading your newspaper or learning your current affairs. So for some it could be daytime, for some it could be night, and that is also a debate. That is also equally a debate, that a student should study at night or student should study at daytime. So students, it is up to you. In my opinion, if you are a day person, if you feel that you are comfortable studying at the daytime, then ultimately you can start your day, let us suppose 5:30, if you feel you are comfortable with it, or 6 a.m. if you are comfortable with it. Then in my opinion, if you are a morning person and you feel that yes sir, I should start my day at 5:30 or 6 a.m., then students, you can start your day with newspaper, or you can start your day with the important subject which you are preparing at the current moment. It could be history, it could be polity, even it could be your economics, any subject which you are learning, you can start your day with this. Designating newspaper a specific time is important. So in my opinion, if you are a morning person, it is better to read the newspaper early. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock is the ideal time to study the newspaper. Every morning you also have the motivation to study it. But if you're a night person, then ultimately at the end of the day, you should not skip the newspaper. Then you also have to take care that you fix a specific time for reading the newspaper. It could be 10 p.m, it could be 11 p.m, or let us suppose you sleep at 2 p.m, then maybe 12 to 2 you can designate this time for reading your newspapers, right? So it is up to you, students. And if somebody says that the students who are learning or reading at night or investing their time, their energy in preparing for the exam at the night time, they are doing something wrong, I don't mind it. I don't see there is anything wrong. It is up to you. It is the personality to personality, person to person, preferences to preferences. I think it is up to you totally. Whatever time you feel you're comfortable with, you should utilize it. The important thing that I'm saying is that you must utilize your day. Whether it is daytime or nighttime, it is not a problem. But start your day with a specific priority, what you set. These priorities can be your subject, these priorities can be your newspaper. Revision part can be done later. Revision part can be done later when you feel, when you want to feel little bit relaxed, when you feel that sir, I have done enough for the day and I am not feeling that much, I cannot give that much concentration to the subject. Now what should I do? How should I utilize my time? Then I think the revision part can be done. Less energy is required in doing the revision. You're not reading anything for the first time, you are doing it for the second time, so it will not take that much toll on your head that you will be too much tired. Okay, so it is possible, it is possible at that point of time. Now something that students ask me, sir, at the end of the day, even if I'm a night person or a day person, the 3 to 4 hours, it just get wasted of the day, and then I realize that there is some kind of a guilt within me that, oh my god, so much time has already been lost. What should I do? Now the day is over and no longer I can utilize my day. You are a morning person, but somehow by 12 noon you realize that you have studied nothing. Now the rest 6 hours which you have, 6 p.m. तक का जो समय है, 6 hours that you have, you still feeling that now the day is over. Stay away from such kind of thoughts. The time that is remaining is still there. Whatever is gone, you cannot bring change to it, but whatever is ahead, you can literally, you can make the changes. Little bit of efforts can make the difference. Even if you have spent 3 to 4 days, you have not studied, and if there is guilt which is roaming around on your head, that so much sir ki I cannot do anything and now I'm useless. Now anxiety is also coming, guilt is also there, remorse is also there, you are abusing others also, friends also, that they have wasted your time. No. Whenever you feel your time is getting wasted or you have already wasted your time, start from that very moment. Even if you if you could not study till 12 noon, you wanted to start your day 5:30 in the morning, you couldn't do it till 12 noon, no problem, you still got 6 hours. So whenever you feel there is a regret that is coming up to your mind, then do not worry students. It happens to everybody. You are not someone who is so different from others. We all have experienced something similar. Even the toppers have experienced something similar in their journey. It is a long journey. It is not a one day event. It is a whole process of 1 year. It takes a time. So do not get regret. Do not get this regret over your head, and instead I should say, sit and start. The moment you sit and start and avoid overthinking, you will get back onto this particular track, right? So with this, how to manage the time, see students, there is nothing, there is no trick, there is no magic that how to utilize the time. It is the basic priorities. I'll just show you the particular graph. This is basically the Heisenhower matrix, which tells you that there are 4 quadrants and there are 4 things, whether the things are urgent or not urgent, or whether the things are important in your life or not important. So how to take the decision? It is basically giving you 4 quadrants. And if you feel something is very urgent in your life and you feel that it has some importance in your life, you just do it, right? You just do it. You feel history chapter is important today, I have a test in 2 days, I should study, then just do it. Instead of wasting your time, just do it. And let us suppose there is something which is not urgent, at a particular moment, but yes, it is important. Yes, it is important to prepare essays. Yes, it is important to prepare internal security, Indian society, world history, post-independence. These topics are important. I am not saying these are not important, but maybe if you are preparing for prelims examination, you are in the month of January, February, these topics are important, but they are not urgent need of this particular month that you have to study it right now only. There you can plan. So for now, I know that it is a month of September, October. I have a time to prepare for these small topics, which I will not be able to prepare in future. What I will do, I will accordingly plan and prepare these topics as per my plan. So things which are not urgent, but they are important. Actually, it is very simple, right? But then there are things which are not important in your life, but they are urgent. They are urgent, they are important. Sometimes you have to give time to family. Sometimes you have to do things which you feel that it is not showing any importance in your life, but you have to do it. है ना, करनी पड़ेगी ना. Maybe you can seek help from others, or you can delegate those duties if possible, or at least plan for these things, or advance preparation for these things should be there, right? Lastly, there are things in your life which are not at all urgent and they are not at all important, and you tend to lose lot of time and waste lot of time here. These can be some web series, I don't know your choices. That can be a specific sport. Sport is important, I should not say it's not important, but if you are planning to keep yourself fit, you can put this in this column, or you can put this in this column: sports, walking. You can plan 30 minutes of your time of the day for this activity, but you cannot invest a whole day, right? You cannot invest a whole day. And then ultimately, yes, relations are important, students, but you also need to set a bar. You also need to set a time limit, talking to your friends, talking to your loved ones, right? So there your time management is very, very important. But my dear students, if you are wasting your time watching reels, and if you are literally addicted to such things, then in my opinion, you have to stop right now, right? So these things are very basic things. I'm not telling you anything in detail. I'm not telling you anything which is special. I'm just telling you the things which you already know. Since you already know all these things, if you got the idea what I'm trying to say, students, plan your day accordingly. Before sleeping, you should be thinking what are the priorities, what are the pebbles, what are the rocks, what is the sand exactly in your life representing consumption of your time in a manner that ultimately you are falling short of the time, particularly for the activities which you feel most prior in your life. Priority na wo important hai. So students, if you learned something from this session, comment below and tell me what are the basic things that you learned from this session and can apply directly in your life. Thank you so much, students.